We are going to be practicing some color mixing to get ready for our next project, and we are going to be using dry tempera paints. Most of these have been cleaned up a bit, but if they are dirty like you're seeing me do here, I want you to use either a wet paper towel or a wet paintbrush and just keep going over your color until it is cleaned. At the end of class, it would also be good if you took a wet paper towel and just wiped them off to try to keep them as clean as possible, because you will be mixing directly on them. We are going to be working with the warm and cool versions of colors. So you do have a temperature reference sheet that lists what the color is you need to add to the color you are trying to make. So for example, the first one says warm red. Warm red, if I look at my temperature reference sheet, is going to be red, and it's going to be mixed with yellow. Okay, we don't want to make orange, it still needs to be red. It's just got a little bit of yellow to it that's going to change the tone of the red. And then when I get to the next one, cool red, it's going to be red with a little bit of blue. So you can mix directly in your tempera cakes, but then just wipe them out as you go. The other thing you could possibly do is, as you're making warm red, look around your page where it says WR, you're going to need warm red there. So you might consider adding that to those sections, or just do it one section at a time, kind of up to you. So you can see I did cool red here. I took red with a tiny bit of blue so that it changes the red a bit, but it still is red. And I'm just going to keep working my way through. You're going to have to reference the temperature reference sheet, and I would definitely keep that in your journal. So that you understand how to mix different colors when we get to our artwork. A couple things to consider is keeping a paper towel close to you so you can wipe them off as you work. Having your reference sheet, having your sheet that you are painting. You're going to need a paintbrush, preferably kind of smaller, and you're going to need a bucket of water half filled. If you could remember to not tap on the edge of the bucket, your goal is not to splatter water all over everybody's stuff, but instead to just kind of wipe your wet brush against the edge of your bucket. And you can keep your paper towel there, not only to wipe the tempera cakes, but to dry your paintbrush when you need to as well. So on these sections, you have to actually mix two different colors, warm red and a warm yellow, to create a tone of orange. Then in the little next section, it says a cool red and a cool yellow. This one ended up looking a little green for me. So this is really just all about playing. They should end up as orangey tones. They can end up a little muddy. You're just kind of practicing how to mix different colors to get different shades of colors. In the bottom section, you're going to be working on tints and shades for the first section. You're going to add whatever color you want to do. I did red, you don't have to. And then you're going to start adding white. As you move to the left, you're going to add more and more white so the color gets lighter. On the right side, you're going to be adding black. So you're going to add a teeny tiny bit of black to the red, and then you're going to continually get darker. You don't want to end up fully black, still want to have a red shade to it. On the very last section, you're going to be mixing tones. So you are going to create a gray for the left side here. So I chose a green color, so in the middle, I'm going to put my regular green. And then I'm going to, as I work my way to the left, I'm going to be adding gray to it. So I already have my gray prepped, and I'm just going to keep doing my green, adding a little bit of gray, and keep working my way across. When I go to the right of my color on the very bottom row, I'm adding the complement of that color. So you need to use the color that is across from whatever the color is you chose on the color wheel. For my case, it's green, across from it's red. So I'm very slowly putting in a little red to change the tone of my color.